Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you joined me for Weeknight Wine today because our Weeknight Wine is from one of my favorite places in the world and one of my favorite regions. This is Valpolicella from northern Italy. I know you've heard of Venice and Verona, Lake Garda, and all the wonderful wine and food from that area. So if we're looking at the map right here, we're really talking about this area right on top here. And let's go take a closer look at it. So here is northern Italy right now. And so we're specifically talking about an area that's right over here beside Lake Garda, and that's the Valpolicella region. And one of my favorite cities is right there, and that is Verona. And Verona is much more than Romeo and Juliet. Trust me, the people are wonderful, the food is fabulous, and the wine, oh, it is so good, including this Valpolicella from Zenato. Now, Zenato is a name that you're going to see in grocery stores and wine stores. They make a whole range of wines, but especially for a weeknight, a Wednesday night like tonight, this one is delicious. It is made with a blend of 3 grapes. So this is an old world wine. Remember, old world pretty much means Europe, France, Spain, Germany, Italy. And old world wines are typically named for the place they're from, not the grapes in the glass. And Valpolicella has a number of grapes that can be used, but the grapes that are used in this one are Corvinona, Rondinella, and Corvina. And in fact, this picture right here shows you the Corvina grapes that are hanging down on strings to make Amarone, which is a wine that's fabulous if you've ever had it, and it's made with these dried grapes. But I get ahead of myself because this isn't Amarone, this is Valpolicella, and it is delicious. So let's take a look at it. So first of all, if I'm looking at the color, it is definitely a ruby color, but it's got lots of deep, dark richness in it. So I almost could say garnet, and this is only a 2017. So I'm gonna go ahead and swirl and smell this. Wow, cherries. Did I say cherries? I mean cherries, lots and lots of them. So cherries and dried fruit. Now, you're gonna think this doesn't sound good, but I promise you it does smell and taste delicious. It smells a little bit like prunes, but in a really, really good way. And another aroma that is typical of Valpolicella and these particular grapes is almonds, and a kind of bitter almond. And I do get something nutty on the aroma. So let me go ahead and taste this. I'm letting it run all over my mouth. When I let it run down on either side of the back of the my tongue, nice medium acidity, maybe even a little bit higher than that. I tell that because my mouth is still watering. Then I want to see tannins because this is a red wine. And when we looked at this wine, it was very deep and dark and dense in the glass. That's because the grapes, like this one, Corvina, are thick-skinned grapes, and the thicker the skin, the darker the wine. And this one is dark, and it does have some tannins on it. I would say good medium tannins, a little bit higher even. So this winery makes lots of different wines, from this entry-level Valpolicella up to some fabulous Amarones that are hundreds of dollars a bottle. This one I found in the grocery store for about $15. The Zenato family came to the Valpolicella region in northern Italy in about the 1960s, and they decided that they wanted to stay there, and they basically make 2 varieties of wine. They make Lugana, which if you haven't had Lugana, it's from this part, oh, here's a better picture, this part of Lake Garda. And Lake Garda is incredibly beautiful. You probably heard of Lake Como because, you know, that's where a lot of the movie stars go, but Lake Garda is also just incredibly beautiful. Lugana, the white wine, comes from this area, and then Valpolicella is all in this area. So you want to serve this up a little cooler than room temperature, probably about 60, 62 degrees. This is a great weeknight hot red sauce pasta wine. I love it. I also like it with prosciutto, or if you haven't tried prosciutto, a speck before, which is the dried smoked prosciutto, really good. So great with a charcuterie platter. Red sauce pasta, any kind of meat, or, you know, $15, it's great on a burger off the grill on Wednesday night, whether it's a mushroom burger or a beef burger. I hope you find this Valpolicella. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you join me next week for another Weeknight Wine. I'm Nancy Waldeck. You can find me at tasteandsavor.com. Cheers to Weeknight Wine.